All right, and we are back. Golden Tee World Championship. We're getting the band back together for a little bit.
It's been a while.
Chad Schrump, Adam Kramer. Yeah, so we were here in Vegas last summer. I love this because I'm like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah, this is your jam.
This is my jam. All of this is a jam. I just get to be a big kid here. So I'm catching up now. We're getting the matches ready behind us. You've been in the booth.
All day.
You're workhorse for us.
I love it, though. I mean, it's not work. This is fun. I mean, watching best players in the world do what they do.
So we were talking before we came on. What have you seen? A lot of what you've expected to see.
Yeah, I mean, what I've expected to see, I thought we might see an upset or two, but what I really feel like we're seeing right now is the dominant players in the room are playing like dominant players. Like Rick Coppathorne has come back. Last year's third-place finisher has played very well throughout. Lance Harris has played like the monster in the room that we thought he might be. Tilton Nasty playing like maybe one of the best players in the world, which we thought he would be. And they're three of the four players that are in the Final Four. On the winner's side, as well as Chubby Cox, Matthew Hansen from Utah, has been a consistent player for the last, 8 months, 9 months. It's just very solid. So, man, this is when in March Madness, Adam, you get to the Final Four and people are shitty because you don't have a Cinderella in the crew. There is no Cinderella in this Final Four on the winner's side. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to have a Cinderella make their way to the championship from the loser's side. But right now we have four almost number one seeds right now on the winner's side.
So with Lance in particular, so we saw Tony Johnson, who's a Golden Tee arcade player, just look the part. And you and I probably beat the dead horse of the experience of doing that. But even just talking to Lance just now, he's in the zone, right? You enter a zone of comfort, and he's kind of naturally got those Zen-like quality anyways. He's like this silent assassin. So, I mean, what have you seen from him? Because we'll see him up here in a few minutes.
Literally an assassin holing out everything. If he makes a mistake, the next hole he holes something out. Man, it's precise Golden Tee, and it's what he's been doing the last 2 months. And I said on Gino's podcast just this week, Lance is playing the game, in my opinion, and I know I'm saying a lot here, better than anyone has ever played Golden Tee Mobile, and I'm including Tony in that.
Well,
now, that's a big statement. And the way Tony played last year, how he ran through this field, except for the one loss to Ben Costain in the finals, and then on Juniper Front, and then Miami won going away in that final match. But Lance is really playing well. I like every match, Adam, he's holing something out, at least one shot, if not two.
So I think it's cool, too, because my Golden Tee Mobile, obviously watching all the qualifier videos, which you did, but before, it was a series of, he'd getting screwed by the fringe. He'd have a wrong club. He'd lose to 80,000 great shot points. It was like a weekly occurrence of misfortune, which was hard to watch, honestly. And I've known Lance forever. We've known him as a Golden Tee guy. Look, we don't have a rooting interest. We want this thing to go and let the best man win. But there was a point in all that where I felt bad because, and you're seeing it now, just the game is off the charts. And yet getting here, he had to play his way in to get here.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And still yesterday, the best player, in my opinion, I keep saying that. I hate saying he's the best player in the world with Whammy still playing the game. But the best player here, in my opinion, is Lance, and had to play his way in. I mean, he came here, and of course it's just a short commute. I mean, he lives in Vegas.
Yes.
But to have to qualify yesterday and then to do what he's doing today, like a hot knife through butter, and just mauling people. He won by 7 strokes his first match. Won by 7. I mean, jeez. We're in the World Championship.
That's Tiger-esque.
That is Tiger-esque.
Yeah.
And he's playing like that right now. Now, Tilton Nasty, who he has next, and I think we're getting ready to watch that match.
Awesome. Yeah.
Is playing great. And if Tilt wins, I'm not going to bat an eye and act like I'm shocked, because I won't be. Because Tilt's Riley Hitchcock, another arcade guy from the day, is getting ready to take him on, and he is very confident. He has no nerves. So it's going to be a fun one.
All right, so this is a long, awesome weekend, by the way. So this is the first time that we've combined mobile and arcade. Last time was just mobile. So the party is just getting started.
It is.
The beers are starting to flow, including my own. We've got mobile, obviously. Now we're in the Final Four of the winner's side. We'll play this out. Then tonight we're going to do closest to the pin on the arcade side.
Yeah.
By the way, are you
I think Andy Coleman would murder me if I tried to make it, and I made my way into the World Championship. I think I would get killed.
Yes.
I mean, I would like to try it.
Yes, no, we're going to have to tap in. We thought it was a long day last time out. This is a long weekend for everybody, but it's an awesome weekend.
There's a buzz.
Yeah.
There is you can feel, not relief. I don't know what the word is for the arcade guys to get their world
relief.
You do.
I feel relief.
You do.
Yes, yeah.
These guys are jazzed, man. You can just see it. They're walking in the room. They're smiling. There's a bounce in people's steps. They're back at the biggest stage in the world for something they love, and that's what this is.
This is 2 years in the making, and to get it back, to do Mobile Worlds last year was amazing, and it was a great time. But to combine these things of these different, cultures and communities, which there's some overlap, but they're also. It's about the people. It's camaraderie. It really is a great group.
It is.
But to just walk and see people that I haven't seen in a while and shake people's hand, and they are excited.
Yeah.
And just to hear and see people playing games over here, drinking beers, having a good time, and then getting ready to compete is it's why we do what we do. It's what I love about this job.
Yeah, and I love this community. I mean, I've been a part of this community for over 20 years. And like I said, there is a buzz in this pavilion hall right now that I haven't felt in a while.
Yeah.
And it's been a while. It's been especially a long time for you guys who have been trying to plan this out. But it's fun. God, the arcade guys, I know, are so ready to put on a show tomorrow. And right now, the mobile guys are putting on a show. I'm seeing a lot of arcade guys watch these matches.
I was just going to say, the mutual respect and the curiosity for a lot of these guys maybe who don't play or who have dabbled to come over here and just kind of wide-eyed, the same way that, some will look at the arcade tonight and tomorrow is cool.
It is.
And they are different games.
They are different platforms completely.
Stylistically, one is more science, the other maybe more feel. But to watch those two come together, and you're right, to have these things sort of intersecting, we didn't know what that would look and feel like. It feels really good, but it just feels really good to be doing this event, like you said.
It does, man. It does.
And also, again, we'll plug this, but if you want to qualify for the arcade event, there's, 10 spots, I think, open?
I mean, that we know of.
Of.
You never can.
It is.
It could be more than that by the time it's said and done. So if you're out and about and you think, why not give it a shot? I mean, $25, right? And,
yeah.
And you get a free T-shirt.
Come in, drink some beers. I'll buy you a beer. Buy you a beer. I got beers over here, right here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the long haul here. So no, it does feel really good. And so tonight we have our closest to the pin event. Tomorrow we do qualifying. Then we've got match play. But first and foremost, we got to get ready for this. So okay, so you said that you wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe a quote unquote upset. But I think in this is it if you're Lance, you're searching for that early hole out. Obviously, every shot in this you're trying to get, right? So there's not like forcing it one way or another.
Lance, I think right now Lance is in such a zone that he is thinking he can hole everything out.
Yeah.
And there's a methodical nature of the way he is playing the game right now. You can see, without seeing, you can see the wheels turning in his head as he's thinking about how do I want to approach this shot. And even when he misses, I mean, they are all over. You're getting ready to see. He's getting ready to put on the show. And I hope it's a course that is
What course would you like to see?
I would love to see them play Tundra. I would love to see them play Tundra right now. Rustic, we've seen quite a bit of. Agave, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Agave, but these two guys could hole a lot of stuff out on Agave. So, I mean, Agave wouldn't be terrible because they both make a lot of things. But, man, Tundra would be a fun course right now.
Yeah, no, it is a challenging course. So they're setting up here. They're getting going. I think, too, Chad, one of the things that's really different about this, the way this is set up versus the arcade, you're sitting across from your playing partner. You're staring nose to nose. You hear the cheers. They're kind of playing their own games. When you're playing in the arcade, you're right there, and you're going blow for blow. And this, it's you and the device. And, oh, by the way, your partner's sitting as far away as we are.
Yeah.
And you can kind of feel the ebbs and flows of a match, but from a little bit of a distance. I imagine that's going to be a really big adjustment for these guys.
I think so, too. And one of the things that was kind of neat in the last match between Calderon and Copperthorne was that Matthew had gotten a little bit ahead of Rick.
Yep.
Stopped, sat back in his seat.
Yeah,
And said,
yeah, I saw that too.
He said, "You're going to catch up because I'm not going to give you the advantage of knowing what I've done 6 holes from now." And say, "Hey, you can see my score. You know, after 14 holes, I should be, I don't know, 21 under."
Yes.
And see that, hey, I'm only 19 under. I've got 2 strokes on you. I'm not giving you that advantage.
Yes.
And I thought that was pretty cool of Matt. That was pretty well thought out. Now, it didn't work for him. Rick still won that match. But it was a good thought process.
So in terms of pace of play, because again, who do you expect to be kind of out in front here, front runner in terms of time?
If Tilt decides, if Riley Hitchcock decides he wants to play this match quickly, he could conceivably be done with 18 holes before Lance is done with 12.
Oh, wow. So
Lance is very, and I keep saying methodical because it's the right word.
Yeah.
He is very methodical.
It's a very complimentary way to describe it. Yes.
And when you can see the wheels turning, man. He is thinking these shots out, and it works for him because he has been dynamic the way he's playing. He has been all the fireworks. He's been everything I was hoping he would be. And it's almost like this is 2 years of pent up frustration, sadness.
Yeah.
Just a whole feel. I mean, he's finally here. And it came hard. I mean, he had to do the last chance qualifier to even get here, and now he's in the catbird seat.
I don't think he was thrilled about seeing me come up here because I think some of the memories of those qualifiers was me
narrating his failures.
Stunned, saying, oh. But you know what? He's so locked in. And honestly, even the way he sits is the Zen master himself. His look at throw.
Like if you walked into his house right now, would you expect to smell cinnamon and spices and have that stuff burning?
Oh, yeah. No, it's
candles.
Like he looks – and also this was another thing that was striking about it as we get going here.
This is a good course.
Yeah. This is a tough course. Yeah.
This is a great match play course, man. You got to get through this front 9, and Riley's really good at holing out, so is Lance. I would expect both players to be one better on this front. And then the back 9, baby, ooh.
It gets really hard.
Yeah, it does.
And it's kind of a fitting course, by the way, as we talk about arcade and mobile coming together with, a course that's been around this game when you were playing, right? This is a game. This is a course that
and it was hard on
on
arcade cabinet. I mean, this is a hard course. Oh, now here's a shot that Lance has recently learned. He did not know this shot last year. He just learned this shot. And Sam Hines is the inventor, duck rubber, of this shot. So what Lance is doing.
All right, so we are back. Apologies, but we are back in motion here. So where we left off, for everybody joining in, we're just getting started. Hole 1, middle of the fairway, and this is kind of a perfect entry point, I guess, for us here to, get things back in. We've got both players now. Lance is walking around, and
he's not pleased.
No, he didn't look too pleased, but
they both have very similar first shots, and you can see that Riley and Lance are set up to hit the same kind of a 1-iron stinger shot here on this first hole. So I would expect one of these players to make it. Would not be surprised at all if they both make it. So what Lance is going to do here on the math, and Lance has gotten good at this math, he's going to add about 20 yards to his distance. So Lance has 120 yards to the hole.
Yep.
So what he will do is add 20 to that. So he'd take 140 yards is how he would calculate his shot. And it's a 270-yard club. So he would just essentially do that math in his head, and it leaves you about 50%, maybe a little bit over. And so I would expect Lance to hit this around 50, 51%. Riley's going to hit this maybe 52%.
I like, too, watching him. He's still sizing this thing up. Right? He's still,
He is not. Lance walked away. Riley never stepped out of that seat.
Yeah.
He continued looking at his shot. He is thinking about how do I make this shot. And I really think Riley was hoping he would play Lance. He wanted to play Lance.
So this is, if you are, this is a critical, it's weird to say this about the second shot in a game, but if you can hold serve, you get one of these to drop. And that's maybe all you need if you're this level of skill, right? So the importance early, I would imagine, is huge. By the way, Lance, here he comes back in.
It sets a tone.
It does.
Sets a tone for the match.
It does.
There's so many tough holes, though, on the back. I think that
it's true.
It's really important. If you don't make this one and you hear a few people, cheer that you made a shot, that you're down one, that you just don't get down because you know what this back has in store. And, by the way, there's several opportunities where players can still hole out with snipers. Like the 9th hole, for example, is typically a shot you can use a 1-iron or an O-bird. So
can I also say the positioning of the iPad Lance has down pat? It was something we saw as we get pullbacks here.
So here we go. So are we going to hit at about 50%? Both of them should.
All right, we are off.
Riley's left. So this is, like I said, this is the part of the game that Lance has developed, and he was already awesome.
But this is where it's kind of taken to another level.
Yes. He needs to hit this 50% or it's not getting there. He's just not happy with the pullback. Now he liked that one. Yep. So he's like 52%, 53. Oh, just passed. He hit it too hard.
Yep. So both of them came in hot.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously on something like this too, I would imagine, because of the way the game is structured, you don't want to come up short on that. That thing's going to crash into that thing.
How stupid would that be to water that? So
there's no negative because these guys are so good on the greens, and obviously with the ball, they're not going to go far.
Okay, so here we go. Almost thought we had another connection. We had that earlier with Matt Hansen. That was resolved.
All right, so up and over.
Up and over. Riley is going with jab, correct? Or is that a grabber? That looks like a grab. Oh, that's left. That's fine, though. That's fine. Yep, that's fine.
All right, so that was very safe.
Mm-hmm. I would expect Lance to be closer than this. Like every shot I've seen Lance hit has been close. Like he is hitting every shot close.
And you're right. You described it as methodical and thoughtful. He's playing into that now and giving this a lot of time and a lot of measure over every ball.
It's like a basketball team that values every possession. You value every possession, and they all mean something.
Or a football team that just wastes, runs out the clock. You know what I mean? That's just running it and running it and
every shot means
turn
something.
us over if you can. Or
here's we talked about chances on this front nine. Here's another chance. This hole lends itself to hole out. So Riley jab. 7-iron.
Oh, man. Looked really good.
Yes, it did. Just runs out, no points.
So now you play the waiting game.
If I'm Riley, I don't try to get too far ahead, unless it makes him uncomfortable. Like he's just not used to playing slowly. I just don't let him get too far ahead.
So he had a little connection issue.
Lance points this at worst. Worst case scenario, there's points here.
Well, and there's your points.
Yeah, that was
hard to get the visual on the. You're just waiting for the ball to disappear, right? I mean, that's all right. But now Lance can be the pace man here, which is a little bit different.
Riley could catch him. Yeah. Riley could catch up. So,
which is I don't know if that's the worst thing. Obviously, he doesn't want to, we need to connect this dang game.
Riley's a patient guy. He's not going to lose his temper over this. He is a really relaxed dude.
He looks very relaxed.
Looks pretty intense right now, though, doesn't he?
No, he does.
I mean, that jawline was tight. Lance just realized there's an issue with Riley. He just looked up. He said, really?
Lance is kind of got like the hipster librarian look going. Like even now, the way he's looking up, like you just asked if a book that you already know has been rented out is available.
I've told you Harry Potter's gone.
But you know what? I don't know if this is strategy or whatnot. Lance is going to wait. Everybody's just going to kind of wait. And so it's slow going here. All right, so this is, when you play in these tournaments, and you've played in a ton of them, stuff happens. things
all the time. Nothing goes perfectly.
There's connection issues. There's power issues. Go time. Yeah.
So anyway, we had an issue hitting into one of the greens. If the ball hit the green or hit the fringe in front of the green, it would be like Dikembe Mutombo just swatted you out.
Oh yeah.
And we showed John, and John had that fixed within 2 days.
Yeah, he's a machine.
I mean, and it was not an easy fix because he kind of kept us updated what he was doing. So we're back to it. I'm happy about it.
It's good. No, it's good. John Noble gets in there, things happen.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, again, off we are. We still got a lot of holes to go.
No hole outs so far.
No hole outs. We had some points, but I got a feeling we're going to get more of it. But the point you made to kind of revisit it is, hey, the back nine, it gets a little trickier.
Yes,
Get your strokes while you can, and certainly don't drop strokes here, I guess. But if you can get one, pretty tricky pin here.
Yeah, that's a mean look.
Yeah.
Because this is not, they're going to have to, like Riley is clubbed way up because that plays is pretty deep rough. He's going to have to carry this past the pin. The worst thing you want to do right now is leave this short.
I know, and you can.
Fall down in that. You can very easily. Now, these guys aren't going to.
No.
There's no way.
I would, but they won't. But you're right, and I'm always interested, too, in kind of the ball here because you'll get a little bit of the bite on the wind cutter.
I think right now you're not. I don't think you're thinking hole out here. You just want to make a putt. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Riley's going to do the same. He's fine. He's
going
to be
smart
longer.
To miss left. Too,
yes,
then you take that out of the equation.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just don't want to. You just don't want to lose strokes to stupidity, and neither have done that there. They get their birdie or eagle rather, and get on down the road. It's not a bad pin.
No, it's not a bad pin. It's not a bad look, it looks like.
Two of the best players walking the planet Earth right now in this platform, Golden T-Mobile playing for a world championship, trying to get the final two on the winner's side.
Yeah, so that too, as we wait. I mean, you win this match and you got everything in front of you. You can win more and you're guaranteed a top two finish. This is a huge match.
That's right.
They all are from this point on.
It's a little right. That's going to come back a bit. Just a little deep for Lance. It's hard not to call him Luna based on how he played. And we both know Paul Luna very well, but Riley
generated some confusion, some questions, even to me.
Did you know last year who Luna was the first few?
I did.
Did he tell you, or did you decide?
No. I've got some inside info. Yeah.
Okay. But no one let that out.
No one let it out.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially it's not our job either, right? Like it's we wanted to do it right.
Chris Hampstead trying to offer us pizza. He was
very nice.
Pivotal early in the matches, gave us updates on scores throughout the whole tournament, so it was
pizza
great.
And commentary, though, are
a
rough
you don't
pairing.
Want me eating pizza and trying to comment.
Actually, it sounds quite entertaining, but maybe after a few more matches.
This low-carb diet I've been on is just out the window this week.
Oh, yeah. Vegas is not a place where low-carb diets thrive.
Adam, in my life, I've never eaten as much food as I ate last night at Benihana.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a plethora of items. I mean,
I love Benihana.
A gross amount. All right, sorry. Here we go.
No, it's good.
When these guys are playing this line, we got to talk about something. The lobster, filet, sushi. I mean, it was a great day.
That might happen tonight.
Yeah. All right, Lance go first. That's his drive. Lance has just now hit his drive.
Yeah, that's interesting. So in terms of time there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that looks. Oh,
good shot from Riley.
All right. So there's some points. So on a shot like that, Chad, I mean, he obviously wants to size up his positioning for this shot. But to take that much time and care is fascinating. Mm-hmm. But I think it speaks to your point about kind of the rhythm of the round and trying to grab a shot if you can here, get ahead here.
It just shows you how I think it shows you how important Lance feels like every shot is. Every shot means something to him. That's why I was trying to equate it back to basketball and a coach that makes you value. Turnovers are the end of all things, and you need to value your possessions. I think Lance looks at shots on this golf course. These are possessions, and everyone matters. I need to put this out there. What he put, I'm sure he probably put this within a few yards of what he wanted. To leave him the club he wanted.
But it is amazing. That's the level of care.
So Riley, who is a hole ahead right now, has not put himself in great. Oh God, just short. That's a miscalculation.
And he knows it.
Yep,
and he knows it.
The line was beautiful. Riley's got a huge shot here.
Because that's a 2%. Wow.
Yeah, 1% more, I think he makes that. Riley needs to bend this around these trees and carry over that sand, leave himself a putt, and he's opted for a safe putt, I believe. Yes, he's going to putt up the hill.
Now, is that going to be a completely straight putt, or is there going to be a little?
There's break in it, right? No, it's straight. It is straight.
Yeah.
That's a good shot from Riley.
That is a good shot. That's perfect.
Now, Lance is going to take a torpedo and try it. You want to try to land this on the very top of this if you can.
Yeah. Get a little.
And leave yourself back.
Yep.
Get that gap. Lance is in a little better shape than Riley, but that was a long drive. It was hard. You couldn't get on the top of that knoll. What's this look like for Riley over here? That's
juicy.
A really nice look.
That is juicy.
That's a really nice look. And we talked about it, right? When we started that Crawdad front presents itself with opportunities.
And they're both treating it as such, certainly. Boy, that is I would be surprised if we don't see one of those guys jar that. I mean, we just saw Lance come within a few feet of it, or a foot, probably less.
Yeah. Good shot.
Good shot.
All right, Riley, this is huge.
Oh, there it is.
Tilt nasty.
Wow.
We said it was a juicy look.
It was. All right.
So, boom.
So we got one jar, and that's a big shot.
That is.
I do like, though. I mean, he gave a little bit of the fist bump, but not much. Just
he had his finger up. He called
like
that was like Larry Bird before he made that three-pointer at the end. What year was that? Maybe 86?
Yes.
All-Star weekend?
Just like.
I don't know.
But also pretty measured.
Yep. He knows there is a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, especially on this course. All right.
Now this is not the look that I was thinking they might get. If you put that pin farther back, you could run a jab up there. So I think Riley's probably going to float this in. And now here's a huge shot for Lance. He's down one. He's played clean, but he's down one. Can he answer?
I think he can. That looks like it's tracking just a little left.
Oh, look at that. Big, great shot points there. 16,000. He has been all over the pin.
But still chasing.
Down one. Still got a chance to and that's the last thing Lance wants to see right now. That is the last thing. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, here we go.
It's the last thing I want to see right now. It's the last thing anybody wants to see right now, but we're good. Well,
got a connectivity issue, I think, over there with Riley. I think.
Send the damn results.
All right. See if Lance can knot this thing up. This will be a Lance Harris type thing to make a 7-wood javelin when he hasn't made a single stinger yet.
Yeah,
go to the traditional route.
You know, now and understandably, our friend Tilt Nasty does not look happy about this.
Well, he's starting to get in a groove, right? Just hold out number 8.
I'm telling you,
last thing he wants to do is.
I am the
connection
curse.
How's this look? No, he was left all the way there. Good shot.
Yeah.
Not great.
More GSPs.
He's going to be down one, and it's going to move into 10. Seems fine. Riley Hitchcock playing great. Has played great all weekend. Has played great the last 2 months.
So this is where this is the course escalates, I guess, pretty quickly, huh? And
it gets serious quickly.
Yeah. Now I know you talked about hole recognition not necessarily being your forte, but talk a little bit about the back here as these guys are getting through it.
Water and wind. I mean, it's everywhere. And the pins are typically, I'm not saying sucker pins. They're just tough pins. I mean,
when we originally launched this course in the arcade, obviously, when you were playing it, I think it changed when tees and ball types and all these other ways they can manipulate it now, which you're going to see here. That's a good safe shot.
And Lance hit his tee shot before Riley. That's the first time we've seen that. So obviously Lance saw a look that he was familiar with.
Yeah.
And felt comfortable.
That it was very comfortable. This hole, just looking at it, gives me anxiety here.
There's a lot of ways to attack this one. I think most likely Lance is going to turn left, high tee, maybe a torpedo or maniacs, and just try to shove this thing to the front of the green for a chipper.
Give yourself a chip, yeah.
I mean, I think you have to chip this in. Both players are going to have good looks at this as long as they hit a good tee shot. But tilt is still on 10. It's funny how fast Lance sized that thing up and made an eagle.
Yes.
That's a good shot.
That is a good shot.
He is in go time position. If he misses this, he is going to be pissed because
You're
he's
get the head
put
shake.
himself.
Yeah.
Chance to get that stroke back. 4-iron. Interesting. I love the chipper here. I love a chipper.
That would be your club?
Oh, 100%. 6 clicks, pull it straight back about 80% and make it. That's what I would do.
See, that's why I love doing this with you.
But Lance is on another level, so.
I love.
Oh boy.
Oh, he knows it.
He got away with one.
It.
Bam!
Oh, wow.
Lance Harris.
Lance Harris.
What a shot. I'm just rooting for a great match.
I know.
I just want to see a great match.
We love excellence, and we're getting it.
I mean, these are probably the 2 best players in the room.
Well, and I think it's fascinating now from just a pacing and a strategy standpoint. So Tilt here, okay, he knows what just happened. He knows the match is level. He can do the exact same thing and kind of reapply that pressure. But that was
that's a little. Is that going to straighten out a little bit? That's okay. That's okay, but he's going to have to carry that.
You want it right of obviously the bunker.
Yeah, I mean you want it.
Now
you want to be able to run it up that green versus.
Now you've got
to carry.
Change your club. Yeah, although
it's going to be a sniper shot. He's going to land it right in front.
So just attack.
This is big. I mean, this is a big one here.
See, this is what I love to watch because it's just so different from the arcade. You don't get this.
Right.
you don't.
Yeah. In the meantime, Lance is attacking a tough pin. Nice. He landed that safely. That was a safe shot. Riley with the big shot, and he's ready to hit it, I think. Here it is. That's left.
Left.
Yep. So we're tied.
That was a great play by Lance.
I mean, Lance put it right into the throat of that fairway to give himself a good look at it.
And you called it, too, just in terms of positioning.
Yeah, I mean, he could have really used whatever club he wanted to. Riley was pretty much stuck on using it.
That's a tough position, too, because the last thing you want to do is TNT the hole, and you can.
I mean, that wasn't an easy tee shot.
No.
I mean, Riley hit a good tee shot, but Lance hit a perfect tee shot.
Yeah, and you really have to get that thing. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Out and then have it come back.
Lance is in a little bit of a rhythm right now.
Yeah, he is, and he's also, again, leading the pack, which is probably the biggest upset of them all.
Riley, nice shot from Hitchcock. Did he change his name to Tilt Nasty -27?
I don't know about the -27.
Why is that up there?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's something he
an omen, maybe.
He shoots a 27 here, he's got a chance to win.
Yeah.
That's a great score on Crawdad. So Lance is going to power this as far up as he can. And there's a couple ways to go about this hole for Harris. You can sniper in like a 3-iron, which is what he's doing.
Yep.
Or you can throw a lob wedge at it and just let the slope of that green bring it right to the hole. And he's looking at both options. I mean, because the trepidation he probably has in his head right now, I would love to hit a 3-iron sniper, but if it carries too far, I'm dropping a stroke because it's going in the sand.
This is a fascinating decision here.
And so now he's just going to say, I mean, both looks are good. The both ways to play this are good.
Well, what a huge
It's all
shot.
about distance
here. What a huge shot. You're exactly right.
Let's see. See, it's all about. It's always going to come to the hole. It's always going to funnel down.
That's definitely a difference between the arcade mobile in terms of when that ball lands, man. It's going to kick.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
So Riley, when he gets a chance to play that hole, it's going to be. I think he plays a little bit more aggressive than Lance, but it's almost a sucker play to use that sniper because that is one of the holes where when you hit that sniper, it doesn't come to a complete stop. It
trickles
continues,
out. Yeah, absolutely.
Which you've called before.
Oh, yeah.
I think you said Nebraska will hit one of the best shots you'd ever seen, and maybe it was on this one.
Yes.
I remember that.
I forget the hole. I'm not my whole recognition.
It was on 14?
Yeah.
It was. And it slid all the way down in.
It just keeps going depending on the slope of the green. It's really, again, the manipulation of this stuff is just wild to watch.
Adam, right here, hole 15, this could decide the match. This is a match decider hole.
Oh, well. So, I mean, that's a hard shot, but walk me through here. I mean, he's obviously wanted to be on the green, but that's a really challenging.
Oh, look at this. He's going with a torpedo.
What would you use here?
I don't know. I think I would probably use a javelin and let the ball come to the hole.
Worry about the wind first, and then get your pacing.
This is these two. You're looking at simultaneously
Yes.
two huge shots. Riley electing to do the exact same thing as
Yeah.
Lance. Lance will take his time on this chip because it is very important, and
now,
he knows it.
Yeah, now he's all options being considered. All right, so
Big
we're
one for
off and
Riley.
running here.
This is all about distance. You get the distance, and he's
That's
short.
short.
But I don't blame these guys for being short.
No,
Last
yeah,
thing you want to do is
long
put
is
in that
bad.
back trap.
Yeah.
Long is wrong. Oh, my
Ooh.
God.
Yeah.
Boy.
Now, that's a rare Lance feeling it. Peacocking a little bit.
Big, huge, enormous.
All right, so here we are. Same shot, same tee shot.
I mean, what a freaking chip.
Yeah, that's a great chip. That is such an awkward distance. You've got elevation to worry about. I mean, it's just very uncomfortable.
Honestly, that might be the best shot he's hit the entire day. That might be the best shot.
Well, and especially considering the score, the timing, everything else.
Oh, the weight of that shot.
So in terms of this tee shot here, that
For Riley?
we saw Lance come up short and left. What are you trying to do? Here we go. We're watching it.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. Good shot.
Look at that.
So you saw a much different approach there, different club.
That was beautiful. He's got a big putt here.
Great
Bingo.
putt,
I mean, dead
right in
center.
the middle. Yeah, that's
just
beautiful.
Dead center, man. You're seeing two guys just play unbelievable
display.
golden tee.
This is quite a display.
Man, this is
And you weren't
everything I was
kidding, by the
hoping.
way, about the back, too, because I don't think we called by you at the last Worlds, but, this is like a shot maker's delight. Both these guys, with their skill, you got to be licking their chops here because it's...
Okay, so Riley's going to be fine. Riley is either going to birdie this or he's going to hold out.
Yep.
Probably a birdie. This 17 that Lance is facing right now, this is worst case scenario on this setup. You got a 16 mile an hour going right to left. You're going to have to cut that against the wind with a high lofted wood that doesn't like to cut into that kind of a wind.
Yes.
I mean, everything about this shot is ultra difficult. Oh my God, is he considering a freaking jab? There's no way. There is no way he's hitting a javelin. There's no way. Lance, if you hit a javelin here, you will go down in my book as a maniac. Okay, now he's looking at this.
Not to be confused with the Maniacs, but yes.
Yes. Please buy those today.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Company man, I see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm here for the long
All right,
haul
so
this
we've
weekend.
caught up, by the way. Here we are. Perfect timing, too. You see Lance, the body language is now back to the javelin. So maybe.
There's no way.
So when
Adam.
you say that, it's just because obviously the green slopes so far to the
right,
right.
it's a right 10.
Yeah, so it's going to land, and you'll get a little bit of stoppage, but. And the right 10 in this is
Riley's going to hit first, isn't he? Oh my God, are they going to hit at the same time? Please don't. I want
they've
to see
done
both
that a
of them.
couple of times, by the way.
Please wait.
For all the pre-shot routine.
Oh my goodness, this is huge. This is match city. I mean, this is the match. If they both eagle this, we're going extras.
All right, so we are off in the first.
Riley's
It's coming in, is going to catch.
No.
That's very safe.
Oh my God, he hit a javelin. Okay, it kicks back. So
All right, so now it's wow. This is actually even
that was
more
a horribly
fascinating.
hard hole, man.
Yeah,
that was
is.
tough.
So clearly with that strategy, they weren't going to lose the match on that shot, but you can win the match on this shot.
Riley advantage Riley right now. He is going after this chipper, sniper. He knows this won't stop immediately. This is going to slide a little bit.
Distance control here is absolutely wild.
Oh, and Banaments going with a jab. Oh, my God.
So off here.
Oh, no! Riley has gone wet. I talked about it. It does not stop. It slides.
That was the sniper where you get on that downslope and it just keeps kicking and kicking.
Now, here's the thing. Lance told me in pre-match interviews that he is not going to look at the screen. He doesn't want to know where he's at. This is a time you want to know where you're at.
And I don't know.
Because he would float a wedge up here with the sniper and make his putt and take his birdie, but now he feels like he has to make this. Okay, that's a safe shot.
Yeah, that is a safe shot. It probably worked out. So I don't, because Riley too was, you saw him gesture, but it's hard to know exactly what Lance got the cans on. That's a big chip.
And
that's
all
tough.
she wrote, brother.
That's all she wrote.
Yep. What a match,
What
man.
a match. Wow.
Whew. I mean, that's how this game should be played, man. That when you're watching two guys at the top of their craft,
yeah,
those are two guys at the top of their craft.
I'll tell you what, too. I mean, I know this course well, not nearly as well as you. This course is freaking hard.
Hard. I mean, a 16-mile-an-hour wind going from your right to left, and you can't go at it because there's trees in your way. You've got to go left to right.
This course is hard.
And Riley just missed that chip on 17. I know he's sad, but look at that. Oh, Lance, nice.
We may this may not be the end for these two.
Oh,
quite honestly.
How much fun would that be to see them battle again?
This has been.
So Lance Harris. Those that doubted and said that he was a choker, what do you have to say right now?
Why are you looking at me?
You never said it.
No, I narrated it.
Yeah, look at that. He's just now realizing, oh, my God, I won. Look, there's the smile. What a match.
Wow.
That's a match that deserves some applause.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Because they played that very, very well. If all matches could be like that, that'd be something.
Yeah, so, all right. So that was a wonderful match. So